Little Burton's. 4755 Alabama 179 in Boaz, Aurora community. This is your one-stop shop from freshly cut meats and steaks, breakfast sandwiches, to famous Hunt Brothers Pizza. Hey, you can fill up your tank and enjoy a freshly brewed cup of hot coffee. Let owner Jamie Grant and his staff give you the customer service that you expect and the old-time Southern hospitality you deserve. Little Burton's.
Trent Thrasher Construction. From idea to completion, we manage it all. At Trent Thrasher Construction, we create spaces big enough to hold your dreams. We believe in the nobility of hard work. That's what sets us apart. We take pride in everything that we do. There are lots of companies out there that can build your project, but at Trent Thrasher Construction, we don't just build, we create, innovate, collaborate, and take absolute pride in every single project we do. Trent Thrasher Construction. We're here for you.
Pierce & Pierce, attorneys at law. 256-455-0984. Let attorneys Kyle and Beth Pierce take the worry away. They specialize in criminal defense, appeals, probate, family, divorce, wills and trust, real estate, and property. They are only one call away. 256-455-0984. Attorneys Kyle and Beth Pierce. We are in this together. Twin City Used Cars. 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. 256-844-2210. Open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6. Owner Bobby Ledbetter encourages you to come take advantage of his over 30 years of experience in buying and selling amazing vehicles. Incredible inventory, honesty, fairness, reliability. Hey, that's just what you get at Twin City Used Cars. Integrity is a way of life for Bobby Ledbetter in Twin City Used Cars. Check them out on Facebook at Twin City Used Car Sales, the exclusive used car dealership of Kapow Media, Twin City Used Cars.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kapow's Show. Jeff Underwood, Jerry T, as in Terrell White. What's up?
Terrell.
You know, just
You know his family is Terrell.
Terrell.
Yeah.
That's Elwall.
Welcome, Jamie Grant.
Man,
Man
great
who
to
needs
be
no
back.
introduction. And Jeff, you owe me $20. I said he wouldn't have a vest on today. It's not cold enough.
You did say that?
Yeah,
Not there yet.
Yeah, not there yet. But when it is,
But you hit that the short sleeve shirt with a.
I've never done that.
You never done that?
Oh,
Really?
That's kind of weird.
I learned that from Jerry.
he's got his own. What?
I can wear that on the screen. I can't see myself.
I know,
That's
we
intentional
turned
because
it
we
off.
need your focus on us today instead of focusing on yourself.
Well, dear
Nah, that was kind of low.
that is low.
I don't know if that-
would you
Jeffrey
take
Washington
anything
says
different?
hello.
What's up, Jeffrey?
Oh.
You know he ain't watching.
So during football season, we cut the monitors off because it's too difficult to unpack all the football stuff and then pack it back up and all that kind of stuff. So
I
we're
gotta
just
do
down
it.
to bare bones. It's you because it uses the camera.
Oh.
The professional camera.
So
that you keep taking
so
out.
once it gets hard, I'll just quit.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
No, you know, we have a certain amount of resources and we just shift resources from one project to the next. You understand that being a business owner.
I do.
That is true.
I do. You focus your resources on
Yeah.
what's
You kinda have to.
most productive.
Yeah, you kind of have to. So first of all, if we're really
I
getting
just
into
like
this,
Jerry.
Yeah, well, so let me go first. We get into really that. So obviously we had Officer Voss shooting this morning. So let's keep those guys thoughts and prayers because that's a big deal, especially in my community.
no, for sure.
So it's a military guy. It's officer involved. It was a big deal.
And
So
someone you personally know.
as someone that patrons Little Burns a lot. So it's a big deal. It's close to. Not that all of them aren't important,
Sure.
but it's insanely close to us.
But just take the person out of it. Military.
Yeah, so it runs deep, man. So it just is, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, Matt, who started a nonprofit, and I need to get him out here on this show, reaching out to military guys who redeploy back home, who kind of get disconnected, so that we reach out to those guys, make sure that there's someone here for them, keeping them engaged, so that doesn't lead to things like this, because once you get home, once you're not don't have that camaraderie, don't have things to do, places to go, it's unfortunately things like this can happen, and it's just heartbreaking. And,
well, one thing about Etowah County, we know there's several of former military people. So I know several of you guys have a heart for, and I kind of put police in that as well.
Sure.
It's very same kind of thing, man. So I know there's a lot of caring people, because you guys do the stuff that we don't want to know about, to be fair.
It's that, and you guys do know about it, but sometimes we compartmentalize that in the back. So, and it's not that we don't want to talk about it. It's just that it's our story. Sure. Some people can't relate to it, and we don't always just want to put it out there because it's, if we're talking about it, we're trying to sound like more than what we are. It's trying to make it bigger than what it is. It's like it's always out there. It's just, let's just move to the next ball game.
Do you think that you guys do that so you can function? There's a file back there in your mind. I've got to put it here because if I keep that on the forefront of my mind all the time, I'm gonna go crazy, which is why certain.
I think so, and especially like for me, man, because if I think about it all the time, well, then it's gonna bother me all the time. So I have to put it in the back so that I can function, so that it doesn't constantly bother me, so that things of the war, things that whatever. So it'd be like an athlete, right? If I'm an athlete and I throw an interception, and if I go right back on the field and I think about that interception all the time, what's going to happen? Yeah. Or if I fumble, or if I miss the next tackle, well, I can't constantly think about what I did wrong. Mm-hmm. So I can't constantly think about something in the war. I can't think about shooting somebody, whatever the case may be. So I've got to put that in the bag.
Yeah.
And not always think about that. So it's relative to whatever you're in, right? Whether it's sports or whether it's war, whether it's police work. So we have to file that so we can move on to the next day. And sometimes it's harder it is for some than it is others.
Some days you just need to drink 3/4 bottle of tequila.
Some days that's the problem. I think that we don't. We need to figure. I think let God take control of that.
Well, that's fair.
Anyway, so I didn't mean to start off with that, guys.
But
that just happened. A couple hours ago. It's a big deal, and I just wanted to bring that up because we never know what we're going to talk about with Jamie Grant.
That's true.
No one's going to build you up more than me, Jamie.
This is true.
Captain America.
But nobody will tear you down as quick as
if you
to your face.
You can't make me strong unless you tear me down, baby.
Well,
I've heard that.
I'm just saying you,
Coach Wood. Matter of fact, I think you said that.
Yeah. You're my hero, Jamie Grant. More ways than one.
Well, let's find another one.
He's got a Jamie Grant cape.
Let's find another.
I have that picture too.
I can finally fit in it.
You are looking good, my man. You are looking good.
A couple things. Let's start with.
But he tears you down too. Let's say, hold on. He says, "Man, you're losing weight constantly. You in the gym yet?"
I've heard a lot of things with James Grant.
Love it.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, sure.
Right? That's what it is. And we don't talk near enough, honestly, about the gem, the hidden treasure that is LeBurton's.
Yeah,
we really
That's
don't.
True. You're
all
right.
right, we put the commercial out. We talk. We love Jamie Grant, love LeBurton's, and all you do. But until you've been there and experienced what it is,
Yeah, that's cool.
you're talking about taking a step in time. You still got all the modern conveniences of everything you possibly want, but it's different when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. Speak to it a little bit.
Yeah, so obviously I love it. It's a great little store. I worked I was working last night. I closed last night.
No one feels sorry for you, Jamie. By the way, sorry. No one feels sorry for you that you closed.
No, they don't, man. I was there. I love seeing the customers come in. I love it when people come in and they're getting the items that they need. We have everything from that a little store needs, from grocery items, frozen goods, to fresh meat that's cut every day. Pizza.
Hunt Brother, baby. Sorry, we're big fans of Hunt Brother.
Well, I got them chicken fingers when I went in there.
I got remember the salad.
Yeah,
We have fresh made salads every day. Our employees are old ladies and lovely people who love seeing you, and our people. I mean, the people love our employees. I mean, they're friendly and nice.
They are.
And
That's true.
They're from the community, so people just love them. I mean, it's a hometown true niche that we have, and people love coming in and seeing us.
Including high quality fuel.
Well, it's Chevron. Premium. It's Chevron. It's Chevron grade A gas. I mean, and we're always going to have it.
That's right.
I think Kelly and I went there. I forget what day it was.
It was a Saturday.
We picked up pork chops. We didn't need pork chops. You got stuff in your store that
We have homemade sausage. I mean, like our guys grind up homemade sausage.
you just
that
see
is
it and you're like,
flavored.
I didn't know I need that in my life. I'm taking it home. So that's what we left with a big pack.
Because it's priced right and it's market good.
It was pretty fantastic. And I don't know if it was the manager or assistant manager, the conversation they were having with whoever that was having with the cashier girl was epic.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. I don't know.
Well, they're just down to earth regular people, man. And there's nothing formal
Did you
about
had your microphone in there? You could
I did. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's play a little game, Jamie. Can we play a game?
Yes.
Let's play a game.
I like games.
Let's see if we can stump Jamie Grant on what we have at Little Burton's. Is there an item that's not at Little Burton's?
We used to play this game with E.O. Green at Green Store.
That's what gave me the idea.
Yeah.
Stump Eli, E.O. Green?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he ever been stumped.
No, he did.
I mean, the most obscure.
Metric washer, it didn't make a difference. He
There's a lot of stuff that we don't have. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have.
Well,
But he was more of a hardware store, but.
He's got, he had tires, overalls, groceries,
I don't
gas,
have tires.
everything.
Yeah,
You don't
he
have
did.
tires yet? You got to have tires.
You don't have tires.
I don't have tires.
You got Liberty overalls.
No, you don't have room for a Liberty overall.
I may expand though. I'm looking at maybe getting that back room opened up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But he has ice cream.
Oh, I have lots of ice cream. I mean, I've got people who come in at 8:45 at night just to buy ice cream before they go.
But look though,
They're going to have ice cream from Little Burton's and Netflix.
Look how convenient you are
That's true.
for that community.
Yeah,
If I got to go all the way to.
Boaz the Tala.
Yep.
Just say,
That's
Matthew Chair.
Boaz would be the closest one as far as gas.
Oh no, we got
no,
Mountaintop for gas. You got you got 431.
Yeah, but you can't go in. You go in there. You got to pay at the pump. You go in there, but you
you-
come out stinking.
You come out smelling like
I mean,
smoke.
really. I don't mean
We
brisket
made that
smoke.
mistake. No. Smoke.
Somebody says small can beanie weenie.
Absolutely.
He's in the country.
He
He thinks he ain't gonna have
Without
a-
hesitation.
You don't think you have a beanie weenie? Hot Pockets.
Yes.
There you go.
Hold on, let me see.
I mean, what flavor you want? Which ones you want? I got variety.
Spam.
Yes, different kinds.
There's different kinds of spam?
Yeah.
I didn't know idea. Different kind of spam?
Oatmeal cream pies.
Yes. Big ones and the little ones.
Oh, you double dipping, son.
I got double stuffed.
You got Big Debbie.
Big Debbie. That's Big Deborah.
Oh, Deborah. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Little Debbie's and Big Deborah cakes. That's what we call
I
them.
got the Christmas tree little baby right now. Can't keep them.
You seen them? They come up with these desserts for those Christmas trees. Oh my god.
Yeah, one's a dip, a Christmas tree cake dip.
Yes,
Nice.
and use vanilla wafers as the oh my.
Hey, we got some upstairs in the youth room. Remember I bought them last week?
You
That
didn't unveil them yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. They went through one box like before I can even get out of the
I bet they did.
snacks. You've ate them already. Kids love it. Interesting. Kerosene.
Yes.
That
I
was
got it in the 1 gallon jug and I got it outside.
I appreciate that question. I mean, that's thinking outside the box there. Kerosene.
Cheap propane.
I got propane.
Notice he didn't say cheap.
Hey, little bird. We never
Well,
say
it's-
little.
well,
Blue
I
flag.
don't know what cheap propane. I got
The little. What about the little?
Yeah.
You got
The
those
little green ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said blue flame.
Blue flame.
Yeah.
The old blue flame.
Yeah.
So when Walmart is out, down because I live way away from Little Burdens, way as far as you can get and still be in Etowah County.
He knows where you live, and you go to the Jamie Grant sign with the shiny teeth and turn left.
It's not there anymore.
Not there.
No,
I
took it down.
I lost it.
There's some insurance lady up there.
Yeah. If I'd have won, it'd still be there. I'd keep it up.
It'd still be there. That's awesome.
I'd pay to keep it up.
Oh, God, let's move on. Hey, but just keep the questions coming, Peter. I'll come there. What we're talking about. We'll throw
You can use discretionary fund.
Oh, we ain't talking about that. I'll tell you how much I got, too. I don't care.
Go for it.
How much I got?
Yeah.
I get $40,000 a year. Discretion, I get $110,000 for road money, but $40,000 which goes to our travel if we go on conferences. If somebody calls us and says, "Hey, I have a charity or event or whatever, or a school."
Yeah.
So we just we get all we get. I mean, millions really. Now we get $40,000 a year. That's
stupid. There should be a lot more than that.
I mean,
well, it should be, but we don't have any money.
40,000 doesn't go a long way. Let's to be fair.
Yeah, but I usually have a lot left over in the year because I don't spend any money. Yeah.
But you do give a lot to schools and those types of things.
That's going to slow down some because schools have a lot of money. But yeah, I mean, if of course it's for our district. Yeah, and I say a lot. I give like Breakaway Ministries he usually calls
We're big
me.
fans.
Big fans
for a long time. For a long time.
So that's a big one for me. And
I love you, Edward.
We have
you call her Edward.
The Thanksgiving, community Thanksgiving. Yeah,
that's huge too.
Yeah, we give money to that.
That's coming up.
It is. It's Thanksgiving.
Is it?
A couple weeks.
See what he does?
You see what it's like to be
It's not just you.
Because normally that's all directed here.
What?
I just see it over here though. Was really
stupid face.
Was really good.
What did I say? I just said
it's the look. It's the look. We're gonna have a camera back this way too. So
it's the matter of fact.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Hey, let's talk a little bit about your district. Right, it's a big district.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of roads.
Yeah. Huge.
Only got one school. Well, a couple of them in school. Only one high school. So,
we don't care about the high schools. We just care about the elementary school. High schools got lots of money.
They're all the same as far as financial wise. But
individual classrooms do not though.
They don't.
They do not.
Yeah, they just gotta work hard for it.
Put in your application for part-time work at Little Burdens. Always looking for a good.
You get that part-time job and supply your classroom, ladies, men.
You get off at 3, don't you? You get off
at a whole summer to work. To save money
my
to
gosh.
Some people said that about firemen too, right?
They do.
That's why you got grass cutting jobs.
You keep Joe Taylor out of this.
You shut your face.
Joe cut grass, the fireman.
Oh yeah, no.
That brother started them.
Joe knows.
He done about 4 other jobs.
Hey, do you think we could get him to do our payroll? Mine and yours.
What's he gonna do with?
What's he gonna do with Joe? What's he gonna do with his?
Okay, done. It's already finished. Done.
Check. Here it is.
Yeah.
All right, what is this?
It costs more to write the check.
Hey Jeff, answer this question right there. I mean, read this question, Jamie Grant.
Oh, hold on. Let me get to the screen, brother. I'm sorry.
You can even put it on the screen.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, put it on.
If that's what you want me to do, you would be fancy today.
Yeah,
we're gonna be
Put
fancy
it on the
today.
screen. You don't have a screen.
You would, but
the camera's in the
Kapow
vehicle.
Sports has got that.
Oh, yeah, too much work. Had to get early.
Thanks, Tim and Blake. It's not generating on there for whatever reason. Let me just read it off here.
Yeah.
Read it.
It says, I can't believe... Oh, here it is. Got it. Boom. There it is. I can't believe it's the infamous Jamie Grant speaking of money and donations. Want to sponsor a hole for the Coosa golf tournament. Ooh. Would you like to sponsor a hole for the Coosa golf tournament?
Don't call me out.
Boom.
Call me out.
No, we're just reading.
That
the
is
question.
from Kendra Burnett. I believe I've read that, right?
Kendra Nicole Burnett.
Oh, put that Nicole in your mouth.
Oh, so it's a 3. It's a 3.
It is. That's important. You
She's
got 3 names.
Yeah, 3 names. That's
Yeah,
like
she's
it's almost shooting somebody.
Well, it's like you. You are the Jamie Grant.
That's it.
That's what it is.
Very important.
Yeah. When is it and what's it for?
Nicole or Kendra? Or Kendra Nicole.
You don't know about middle name.
Kendra Nicole. What's
like
it?
your
What's
mom.
it for?
She feel like she had to go to a room in a minute.
Yeah. What's it for? Well,
Yeah, tell us what it's for so he can. There's certain requirements too, though. You can't just throw money.
Yeah.
At
I mean,
everything.
He ain't Jeffrey Washington. Can't do that.
Jeffrey throws money everywhere.
He does.
Does he?
Yes.
He don't return calls anymore.
That's why we make fun of him, because he blackballed us. No pun intended. What else, Scott Coley? Hey, I think
This is going off the rails.
kind of went under the radar a little bit. I think we should have talked about it. You guys, I mean, it was a huge investment made in the near mega site.
Oh man.
Talk about that. Kind of break that down. I think we didn't give it enough attention for sure. We mentioned
Well,
it, we talked about it, but
Well, this is just the
the
thing
huge
about.
impact is.
Yeah, this is the thing is, unless there's a metal building going up with a sign going on, nobody really thinks a whole
Tangible,
lot about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody gets to see the impact. So this is huge for Etowah County, Atala, Gadsden, Rainbow City. This is a big deal. When Alabama Power, the state of Alabama, Norfolk Southern, when these people are putting millions and millions of dollars into our county,
Yeah.
somebody either is forecasting or they feel like, or maybe something that we is bigger than us see something that's coming, right? And now, obviously, if we broke ground today, which we're not, if we broke ground today,
Headlines: Jamie Grant says we're breaking ground today.
I heard you say it.
yeah, it would take 5 years for something to get there. Just
Sure,
because it would be so
sure.
big. So understand. I mean, and when we're doing an interchange, I mean, like if we're doing an interchange study, if we got or design, we're doing interchange design to put in an interchange, an on-off ramp there.
Yeah.
Why on earth would the state approve us or want us to do an interchange design
Yeah.
onto a piece of dirt?
Sure.
That's fair.
It doesn't make any sense.
Zero.
That's like saying, hey, I want y'all to build this great big house for nobody to live in, unless you know you got somebody coming in to live in the house.
Sound like the Lighthouse? Same.
Yeah, same concept. Yeah, Joe Biden didn't live there. But I mean, so I'm telling you, man, and we're set up to get millions more the first of the year to do the same thing. And for the first time in a long time, when you've got a commission, when you've got mayors on board in the same direction,
First, that's a miracle.
Our kids' future. I mean, we'll be long gone.
Sure.
It ain't. I mean, it's not about us, man.
Sure.
We have finally got some elected officials. We may have one that's not on board, but we have got some elected officials that are.
He has watched our show, I think,
Yeah.
apparently.
that are all going, hey man, we care about our kids,
Yeah.
we care about our grandkids, and we are making generational changes
Yeah.
that are going to have an impact on Etowah County and Northeast Alabama. Man, we're not just talking about here. We're talking about people from Calhoun, people
That's
from
right.
Jefferson, people from St. Clair County that are going to come here and make a difference.
That's right.
Well, that's what's called the Northeast Alabama Regional.
Exactly.
Yeah. People don't think about that.
I
but
mean, it's a true, and this thing will continue to grow. And when you've got somebody as smart as Craig Enzard, who we've let continue to be the EDA point man, when you've got Joe Taylor, when you've got what's his name, our IDA Hooks.
Oh,
You've got
David
when
Hooks.
you've got David Hooks. I mean, and the power that Craig. I mean, I know Craig Ford. I mean, he has a lot of connections down there. I mean,
Sure he does.
these people are truly, and we got to get some people to calm down on some things. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they'll say 10 great things, and all it takes is 2 bad things to move us in the wrong direction.
That's right.
But for the most part, I truly believe we have the right people in the right place.
Yeah.
We just sometimes have to control some egos and control some stuff and go, hey, listen, calm down sometimes, and for the most part, and like I said earlier, some people can say things and it not be such a bad thing, and then some people can say things and it's like the flipping world was falling apart because they said it.
I think that statement, though, just to kind of reel that in, because we need to, but when you have a history of saying stupid things, just stop talking, right?
Yeah, it's the Donald Trump effect. I mean, it's just
Absolutely.
it's just the Donald Trump effect. I mean, he can sit there. I mean, if Donald Trump would say, "Hey, man, I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to work. Let JD talk."
Yeah.
You know, because I won't say the two people, but if one would say, "I'm going to work. Let this guy talk," because we've got one who can say anything he wants to, and it's golden, and we've got one that just says the dumbest thing in the world because he works. They're both very powerful.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they both have a lot of connections. They're just both. One can say what he wants to, and it's golden, and he's powerful,
Sure.
and it comes out wonderful. And then one is just. Wow, man.
But from a media standpoint, it makes for good shows.
You know, they did a study, and this is recent, that the reason he resonates, talking about President Trump, resonates with the majority of America. 75% of Americans read on a 6th grade level. That is a fact. He speaks, they analyze the speech, and I think this is, I can't remember the name of the group, but he speaks on a 4th grade level as he's communicating. That's true.
Because he repeats. He repeats all the time.
It's usually in
It's like he's an elementary school teacher.
Correct.
Exactly.
But that's people remember what he says, and a lot of times it comes across a little dumb and
100%.
brazen. But as you remember 4th grade stuff, right? It's not, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Right, or it is smarter than a 5th grader. So he dumbs it down, and I think he does that intentionally a lot of times. But also, I think he's his own worst enemy, and he just says whatever's in his brain where he doesn't filter it.
All of us do that.
We do. Especially me.
All of us say exactly what we're thinking. They
can't tell their thumbs, though. It's like it gets processed from their brain to their thumbs, and they just text and say things.
I mean it, though.
Yeah, but the thing is if there's a fine line of who you turn on, who you turn off. It's like, hey man, you know. But you know who you've got, and you know who you need to go get.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
And so there's a balance. If he just says he's got his 50%, he needs to go get 10%.
That's right.
And JD can go get that 10%.
Let him run.
If he just say, hey man,
go get it.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening to him, JD.
JD,
me too. I can watch a whole press conference with him or a rally with him speaking.
Yeah.
I can't
10
watch
minutes.
I can't watch anything with Trump.
Maybe
10
maybe
minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm done.
maybe.
Because the next 40 is the same thing he said.
Morning, Tim Crow. What's up, buddy?
So when I knew really, not that I say when I really knew, but the fact when we're having a conversation with Mayor Joe Taylor, and he looks at Jeff and I and said, "This will be the greatest investment that the city of Rainbow City has ever made." And what they're invested into.
You made it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
100%.
Yeah.
If
He was
anybody,
as serious as possible. Yeah.
anybody, because anybody who invests in this, do you really think Alabama Power makes bad investments? Do you really think Norfolk Southern makes bad investments?
By looking at my power bill, they're doing pretty good.
I mean,
well.
they're invested in this, but in order for a return on their investment.
Yeah.
They're not doing this going, we just got
Let's help
10
let's just
million.
throw this-
Let's help Etowah County.
Yeah, we got 10 million to burn. Let's just burn it up there, knowing that it's not going anywhere.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, talking about entrepreneurship, as we're going to transition into that, I think you did a good segue, Jerry, by doing that. Real quick, Kendra says that it's for Coosa Baseball, to raise money for the Coosa Baseball. Is it the Coosa Baseball League or the Coosa School?
Yeah, two different
Which
things.
one? Yeah, Coosa Baseball League or the Coosa School, and it's at November the 2nd at Twin Bridges. So, and then she's going to private message you your page the information. So,
She's also trying to get you to play in the tournament.
Yeah, I want you to play. 3-man tournament.
Yeah, she probably has never seen me play.
Well, just sponsor a team.
Oh, yeah.
And
She
just
sells golf balls.
turn it
That's the
over.
real
Turn it
thing.
over to Jerry and I. We'll take care of. We'll bring that home for you.
We'll get it.
Tell us a little bit about, you're an entrepreneur, and that's something. I mean, you own multiple businesses. You're not just a one trick pony, man. I mean, you kind of do all kinds of stuff.
Very diversified.
You are diversified. So, what led Jamie Grant to go, you know what? I think I want to be in business for myself. What led to that?
So, to me, it's I don't know if y'all know who Simon Sinek is. It's an infinite game for me. It never ends. There's no satisfaction, because if I get to a point, my brain never stops, right? So if I got Little Burton's, I bought it. He gave me an opportunity, and I want that business to run, and I want Mr. Burton to be proud.
Sure.
That he sold it to me. Right. I want him to always, and his family always, come in there and be like, "Man, I am glad I sold it to Jamie, and because my name is still on it, and I'm proud that I sold it to him, and it does well." Right. Not a financial thing that does well for him, but I'm glad that my name is on it, and it's just like if I still owned it. Wow. And that it will continue. And so I build it, and I employ people, and I let them run it. And if I make $10,000 a year and I do well, and I employ 10 people, or if I make $8,000 and do well and employ 12 people, then that's where I want it to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
And so I get it to a point, and then I turn it over, and I let people grow, and I show them how to do it. And it's the same thing with AMED. I bought it from the city of Altoona, and I didn't buy it because it was failing. I bought it because of he was finished as far as, I'm not going to run anymore, and I don't know if the next person who can run it, who takes over, can do it as well as he did. Mm-hmm. And so I took it, and I said, and I left it the name AMED because Rick had ran it so well for so many years, and I want to take it, and I want him to say he started it, and it runs so well, and I want it to continue in that manner. And I want people to work here and be proud of the name AMED, and run it the same way. And so I want to build it, get it to a point to where it runs, and people are happy and have employee, and it runs and it provides a service. And so and if I get this to a point, I want to go do something. It's a mental thing for me that it's infinite.
It's very Mark O'Brien.
Yes.
It never it never ends.
So you like growing it, handing it off, and let it to continue to grow, but you're not like a Trump guy, right? I mean, we love Trump as far as his political game and all that kind of stuff, but you don't have to have the Grant banner across something just to get that approval for your ego. It's about, you said generational. That was a key word. That
So like I want
little Grant.
I want to put but I want to put a guy in there, and I want to develop them. And
great word.
I'm a macro manager, not micro.
That's leadership.
That's true.
Right.
Leadership.
So I want to put you in there and train you to be the best that you're going to be, and give you all of my knowledge so that you're good. And that's the way when I was an NCO, man, I want you to be better than me. I want whenever a team goes out and somebody goes, "Hey man, what team did you come from? Who was your NCO?" They go, "Well, my Sergeant Jamie or Jamie," and they go, "Dude, you're better than he was." And I want you to be better than me. And that way, they go, "And so who'd you come from?" "I came from James." "Oh crap, yeah, I know that you're going to be good."
Yeah.
Because the way you're trained, the way you're done.
I love it.
Because if you're not, if they go, "Oh, you came from Jamestown," like, this is going to be crap.
It's a crap show.
Yeah, you're going to be 50-50, because sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. So if I can put you to a point to where you're successful, where you know what you're doing and we're good at it, then you have the right equipment, you have the right training, we're going to be good. Then I can hand it off, and I know that we're successful.
Do you find yourself? I mean, you did work at Little Burton's.
Did Kill us there last night?
Before you purchased it,
no,
you did not work there.
Didn't have a clue about the store business.
And you worked. You didn't work in the medical field.
So this is what it was. So I'd cut the deal.
That's so good. That's so good.
No, so I had my. So we had cut the deal for me to buy it, I had my reg. I was in the wheelchair. I would not let Mr. Burton see me in a wheelchair because I was afraid he wouldn't sell it to me. So I would make my wife pull me up to the door. I was still in a wheelchair. I would get out of the car, walk. I wasn't supposed to be. Walk to the front right there and stand there. And I wouldn't look before he would see me because I was afraid if he saw me in a wheelchair, he wouldn't sell it to me.
How about this comment? She says, "We miss living by little Burtons. You're absolutely making him proud."
How about that? That's awesome.
That's pretty strong.
That's strong. I appreciate that.
I know that blesses you probably more than anything. That's good stuff. Love it.
Read that one, Jay.
So Jamie ordered Big League Chew just for Logan, which would be her kid, when he was playing Little League Baseball. Awesome guy. How about that?
He
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He likes Big League Chew. He just customer needs it. Yeah.
Did you get that great? Did you get that?
I did. I got all the flavors there. Yeah.
All right.
Little Burton's about.
And then I got some with girls on it, so because girls I like to play softball, so I got some with the
Go
girls.
get some of
on
that Big League Chew today. I love that. It's good for about 20 seconds.
Well, that's marketing.
But now they make it into a little ball. It's Big League Chew in a ball. Comes in a bucket. You get it at Academy.
So you look like Bryce Harper.
Remember, I gave your son Will a big bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could have came at Little Burton's and got some in the real pack.
Whatever.
That's fine.
Go
ahead and give Academy a shameless plug. That's fine because we're talking about Little Burton's.
Yeah, but
whatever,
this was about.
It's your show.
You didn't go to East Gas and Sport Goods. Oh, there you go, Mark.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Because they don't have nothing like that.
And
if you
They
order,
got some energy drinks.
do they?
Waters.
Do they?
Waters. Yeah, y'all talked about it on the show.
They got nothing there. You missed the whole concept of that.
My bad.
That's the point, Jeff. They didn't have it.
They don't have.
They don't
so
have
you
it.
made fun of it.
Yes.
And he said we do have it.
Yeah.
But he's sarcastic.
Yeah, they.
Hey,
Mark.
I can get him some.
You can be a distributor.
I'll look you up.
That's his next business.
East Cats and Little Birds.
That's
That's so funny, man.
Oh, my
That's
God.
good stuff. So, and again, you guys seriously get to Little Burtons.
Seriously.
What do you think? What do you think the key qualities are to being a successful entrepreneur? What do you got to have? Obviously, you got drive. That's one.
Opportunity. I mean, obviously, you got to find the opportunity. You got to be there, go for it. Like going for AMED or going for Little Burtons, man, I insanely prayed for it, but I went after it, and I said, if God, I want this. If it's meant to be, I'm going to go after it. Find every way to take it away from me. If you don't want me to have it, but I'm going to go get it. If you want me to have it, but if it's not meant for me, then figure out a way to take it.
Yeah.
Well, you're learning a lot because you've been around ambulances and
I had no idea. Yeah,
and stuff. But as far as what they act, you just see them at a scene, right? You doing your job on a scene, and you see these people night and day, probably from what you probably thought it was.
Yeah.
At least for what I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously when I bought it, I mean, people was all, and I say this out loud, and I said this sitting in Joe Taylor's office. I said, people was scared to death when I bought AMED. They didn't know me. Joe Taylor buys AMED, everybody's tickled to death.
That's fair.
I mean, that's just that's the difference. That's what Joe brings to any table.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. If Joe says something, it's good. Joe buys something, it's good. If Jamie Gretz says something, they're not so sure. If I buy something, they're not so sure. That's the difference. That's just how powerful Joe is. That's just Joe Taylor. That's a fact.
And he's really not bloviating. He's telling it. I mean, he's straight up.
As honest as you can be.
Yeah. Somebody said that to me. Somebody said, "Oh, you know." I said, "That's what I'm telling you." I said that to Joe. That's not in a negative way whatsoever.
Sure.
It's just a fact.
Right.
And I can say that about a lot of people in different manners and whatever aspect about anything. And so I worked insanely hard at AMED to make this, what it is. Putting resources into it, putting time into it, making sure that I had the right people in the right place, making sure, and I'm not afraid if I put the wrong person in the wrong place to move them. And that's the difference in leadership.
That's strong.
It is.
Is that, hey man, I promised you this position, but if it's not working, I got to move you because it's what's best for the company, it's what's best for whatever the case may be. And if they look at you, or if that person messes up and says, and then you write them up or you discipline them, they go, so I learned this in the military. They'd be like, hey man, you know, you're writing me up or you're giving me a counsel statement. I thought we were friends. And you look at me and go, yeah, I thought we were too, but you're putting me in this position that we're not. And I see that a lot, and whether it be in the corporate world or military or in sheriff's office or wherever the case may be, you know, we put people in the wrong or in a position, and we're afraid to move them because we're afraid to hurt their feelings or we're afraid of whatever. But sometimes we have to. And that's the difference in leadership. Yeah. That's what makes you a good leader. That's what makes you strong, is when you make those hard decisions. You make those tough ones. But that's the difference.
Wow. That's good.
Tim Crow says, amen is better now, exclamation.
Well, I appreciate it, Tim, but it was good. We're just making minor adjustments, making tweaks, and we're working hard.
Well, so when you go in and decide to buy a business, let's go through your due diligence process. What are some of the things you look for? And you don't have to be specific to Little Burns or to Amen, just in general. Yeah. If you're looking for a business, what's some of the things you look for to see if you think it'd be
it's just opportunity and growth. I mean, you know, you have to find a business that has opportunity. You know, you have to buy one, and you have to look at why is it being sold, or why is there opportunity there? Is it are they tired of it? Why is it losing money, or is it making money? Or what's the opportunity reason there? What is that?
I can't, man. I can't.
Brett Smith. He says, "My God, he's such a magical looking creature."
Like Brett Smith?
Yeah. Are you talking about Jamie or Jerry? I don't know. I think.
No, it's all about Captain America. This show is Captain America. 100%.
So funny.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Oh my God.
He said the other day he's giving out for Halloween. He's giving out free Jamie Grant tattoos. That's what he's doing. Free Jamie Grant tattoos.
I love that guy. He's hilarious.
Y'all don't even know. He's
Jerry,
like this
Jerry,
all the time.
God tells me. Oh my God.
all the time.
What did he say yesterday? He said, "I have kids."
No, he said, I got kids, dog.
Dog. Yeah, I got kids, dog. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so funny.
He's such a good guy.
So how do you got a family, great family, successful family, beautiful family, great church, you got great friends, great relationships around you, you're a business owner. How does then all of a sudden you say, I also want to be in a county commissioner. I want to serve the public.
That's called bad decisions.
That's
I don't know that I made many good ones. I don't know that I made many good ones.
How do you balance that? The demands of business owner, family man, church, active church member, to local government, serving a local government.
If you check Facebook, I get hammered on Facebook. I don't do a very good job. So I got. Just go to
way better than Joey Statham from what we see.
I don't know.
Go
to Sand Valley. They hammer me all the time on Sand Valley. I get crushed.
God, that one that Joey's on.
Yeah.
Jeff is a member. Okay, that's his area. It's great.
It's not me, dog. Matter of fact, I petitioned to get the rules changed. That's why they can't talk about you anymore on there.
Like I told you, I got up at 7 yesterday morning. I got home at 1 this morning, and it's just never ending. But it's the way. I won't say that it's the way my mind or all of us, but it's the way our minds work. We take problems in, and we're problem solvers, right?
Sure.
We take them in, and we process them, whether it's 1, 2, 10 problems, and I guess maybe being in group, maybe being whatever, but if we're not solving problems, if we're not getting whatever, then we're failing, right? We're not doing anything. Somebody can say, hey man, have you been busy today? And I could have done 50 things. I'm like, I ain't done nothing. You know,
Perspective.
because it's just our I call it op tempo. Man, our op tempo, my op tempo. If we're not banging, then we're just not doing nothing. And it's just the way Joe's the same. Craig Ford's the same. Been a colonel in the military. I mean, that's just the level that we're on, and it's just normal to us. But we like it. We like serving. We like being out. We like solving problems and being involved.
Here's a statement, really. Speaking of AMET, Egypt Volunteer Fire Department and AMET Ambulance Service is hosting an EMS class, tentatively starting in January. If interested, please text Paul Evans at the numbers on the screen with name, email, applications will be sent out shortly.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So we're and we've partnered with Gadsden State since I've taken over, and
That's
doing
great.
and doing well with them. And because like I said, if obviously, I mean, and I don't want to say like I don't do things for financial gain, but it's not just that. I mean, money is a byproduct of what we do. I mean, I wouldn't own it if it broke me because I wouldn't be able to sustain. I mean, I don't. I mean, you guys do this because you love it, but you do it because obviously there's a financial reward at the end of the day.
Is there?
Well, I say the same thing. I mean, you just can't do these things without some type. I mean, whether it's tiny or whether it's whatever. I mean, there's something at the end, and that's the balance that we have. I mean, and we work hard every day to try to figure out what we can and can't, and it's a battle. We want to provide a good service. We want to provide a good equipment, good training, and then we hope at the end of the day, as we grow this, that there's something at the end of it.
As a county commissioner, you've talked about the mega site, that project that's ongoing. It's going to take a while to get everything in place to get it going. But what are some other initiatives or projects or certain things that you're working on now with the county commission that you're excited about?
Well, I mean, obviously we got some roles we're doing. We finished up in 3, but like that's our main focus. I mean, Andrew and mine's main focus has been the mega side.
Little Craig.
Do what?
Little Craig.
Low Craig. Low Craig.
The man with the one with the fabulous mane on his head.
He does.
He has good hair. He has a lot of it. I have not much of it.
Got a lot of it.
He got a lot of it. He's still young though. But that's got some legislative stuff coming up. I got a meeting end of the month, probably next week. Next week I'll be in Montgomery at a legislative conference. So we'll see what news coming out for March, I guess, when they go in session, which I should be down in a different capacity, but I'm not because I lost. But anyway.
I demand a recount.
Yeah. So
what Abraham Lincoln? Never mind.
Okay.
So
that's
yeah,
Thomas
we just
Jefferson said.
so we got some 911 stuff that we're trying to coordinate with the city of Gadsden on, change some stuff around on that. We're trying to really us Gadsden and Rainbow City and Tala. We're just a lot of nuances there, trying to get that piece of the us and Gadsden settled in, trying to work out some stuff with that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm not.
I can't.
Say it.
No.
Say it. You can.
Here's what Yogi Berra said. If the world was perfect, it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be.
Just saying.
Well, I mean, I don't know what's inside y'all's head, whatever.
That's a question. It's a whole different show.
It is.
Whole different show.
But when people take over cities, take over towns, whatever, I mean, you have to look at it, and everybody's going to do what's best for theirs. I mean, obviously, I've had different bosses. I've been bosses. And so they're going to do what's best inside their town, their cities. And we have to sit back and go and support them when they make those decisions, whether agree or disagree, and say, listen, if we were in those positions, is that what's best for their city? And support them and go, okay, you're going to do this for your city. Let's figure out how to help you be successful inside your city, right? And when you make those decisions, off the cuff or planned out, whatever, that's fine because you feel like that's what's best, right? Just like if that was in my house and I wanted to do what's best for my house and make decisions, my family has to get on board.
Yeah.
Same way if we're talking about Sardis or Glencoe or the city of Gadsden, that mayor's doing what's best he feels like for his city and his people, and everybody has to get on board inside his family to do that.
Well, we hope that's.
You would hope that's the case. Sure.
We hope that's why they're elected because everyone believes they're going to do the best thing for their city.
But isn't there a thing called fiscal responsibility that if you're in government, yes, you want to do things that are best. You want to do whatever it is for the city, whatever city. Different cities have different needs, right?
Sure.
But don't you got to be fiscally responsible with the money
resources?
Yeah, because you go into a city, say Attala, and I can say this because of Larry's family. He loves us. He knows we would never do or say anything bad about him.
There's nothing to say bad about it.
No, I don't think so.
State of Attala.
Not
They had a fantastic festival.
Heritage Day?
Golly bomb.
It was
biggest
actually
ever.
it was bigger than ever. Yeah.
Biggest ever.
I say it's the biggest one in the dang county. Or big,
that's
around. It was
They
amazing.
do
I was
great.
there. It was amazing.
They do a great job.
So kudos to John's wife for putting that. What's her name?
John's wife. That's all you
Yeah.
need to know.
I was supposed to know.
Great
her
job,
name.
by the way.
Yeah, beautiful job.
But they don't have a ton of revenue coming in, right? There's some good ones.
They use it wisely.
No, yeah.
And they use it wisely. He realizes, hey, something could happen, and God forbid that this manufacturing company goes out or this big revenue stream goes out. So I've got to make sure that I still have some. And
Forecast.
Not forecast, right. And obviously a business person, we want to make sure that I don't pay all these absorbent salaries, these enormous salaries.
Now you're meddling.
I'm just saying, big government. You're a Republican. You're not a big government guy.
I'm terrible. I'm not.
At all.
Republican. All this time I thought you were a Baptist.
Let's make it small.
So anyway, you're a small guy. You've talked about that on the show several times.
Sure.
Small government's the
Small
way to
government.
go. But we're seeing some of these municipalities around here, their government is growing when the revenue streams in the city is shrinking. Do you not see that is a...
So
I'm not asking you to talk about one particular.
No, so again, this is where I go. The people elected them.
Sure.
The people can fix them.
Makes sense.
That's not.
I'm
that
okay
is,
with that.
So this is where this
It's a
is
true statement.
This is again where I do not. If I think that I'll use Ridgeville because they're time. If I'll use Reese,
Keep Bo Gibbs out of this dog.
my city is Reese City, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I think Reese City is doing a bad job, well, I'll run for Reese City.
Right.
But so whatever. I'm not going to say a particular city is doing a bad job because, man, that's not my business.
Not yours. Yeah. But your job as a commissioner is to work with every municipality within your county.
So whatever a particular mayor is doing for his city, I will support that mayor for whatever he's doing inside his city because that's his
business.
house.
I agree. I think
And
it
so
is.
that's not for me to come
Good
in.
legislative
And so
business too.
just like a legislator,
You're overreach.
that's just like a legislators tend to overreach all the time.
That's right.
And I tell them, stop
You mean making
overreaching.
decisions on your behalf without including you?
They all the time. So it would be no different than me saying that a mayor is doing something that he should not be doing inside his city.
Yeah.
Or making an opinion,
Yeah.
right?
Or sending crazy text messages.
So I'm saying and I said it when the same way when they stopped the pistol permit, and then he wants to come back and tell us that I'm like, you're overreaching.
Yeah.
Same way with the last tax he's trying to get cut. Occupational tax. That's overreaching. That is not your role.
You mean the senator from
Cherokee County?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not his role. That's overreaching. That is that's big government telling cities and mayors and whatever how to run their city. That's not my job. That's even when you go to federal government telling states, telling cities, that's not our place to tell them. It's our place to provide advice or support you. Hey, man, I don't care. And it's not that I don't care. It's just that's not our role. Our role is to work together to bring businesses in and to conduct county government.
Love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Reese City, they still play basketball over there?
They do.
Dude, I played so many games.
Man, it's packed all the time.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it, back then, I can't speak to it now, is the police left you alone. Like, they encourage people to come hang out there and play ball.
That's cool.
And it was different back
Yeah,
then. And maybe it's the same way now.
The same way.
That's
I went
pretty cool.
now. I probably haven't been by there in a couple months, but last time I rode by there, they turned
Because
lights on.
there's really not places for kids just to go hang. I mean,
Yeah.
and get so right now it's Whataburger and Itala.
That's where they hanging now.
That's South Side. Your daughter told me.
Oh, okay.
That Whataburger, they got a parking lot behind them, and then Waffle House, the area right there. That the Itala
Kind of
police.
like we did McDonald's back in the day.
Way back. That was different, though. That was different.
They better not be going over there.
Yeah, that the City of Itala kind of lets them just hang
Good.
there as long as they don't make a mess, cause trouble, pick up their trash.
Yes, they
and-
should.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's
I agree.
fantastic.
You know, that was the craziest thing back in our day, Broad Street.
Oh, yeah.
Why
It's
they
so much fun.
why they ran you off?
Check-
It's like I
checkpoints.
know where you are.
Yeah.
I know that you're not doing whatever. But
No,
obviously-
that's awesome.
The only time it was a problem was the brawl, but that was fun.
Twice.
a couple times.
And it was good.
You know.
That was a good time.
But you stood you where they were fighting. Everybody was there.
Yeah,
They-
you know they were.
It took 2 seconds
No,
to stop.
it saved the city money and gas for the police officers because you're right there. They
Really?
were the service.
Yeah.
There it
Yeah,
was.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was out of the blue.
That's
but
funny.
Good job, Itala, by the way.
You want to read Brett's comment?
Who's that? I don't have it.
You don't have it?
Just read it.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
have
you have to share. Oh, you have share time. One getting overtime. I mean, is it sharing?
I'm gonna get some overtime today.
Yeah.
Brett says, in my opinion, Gadsden is doing horribly. I don't know what the end goal is other than to make the citizens, small business, and city workers furious. So, you know, we'll.
I see you put that on the screen, but I don't see it in the feed for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously, and so I would say, obviously, I love Brett. I mean, I would call Tina, or I would call John, or the mayor, and I would voice your concern about that. I mean, that's just not.
Sure.
I mean, or Jeffrey Washington. I mean, he's the mayor's. I mean, he's the city's.
mayor's what?
No, I mean, Jeff's he's the city's commissioner. You know what I'm saying?
His
district
district
is in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So would that include South 11th there, where
Yeah.
Brett's spotted? Yeah.
So what's the?
I see they're getting sidewalks over there, Brett. So
That's good. Hey, the big topic on social media is, and this has nothing to do with you, but kind of. I mean, you're in the know a lot. Big complaints about overtime being cut out for fire and police. That's like taking over social media feeds right now for local.
yeah, it is blowing up a little bit.
And I don't know what the truth is and what's not the truth.
Well, I don't
So
either. So, I mean,
It's worth talking about.
yeah. So if he's, I mean, and so business owner,
Yeah.
right? Overtime, I deal with that a lot.
Sure.
And if he's running it like a business, if he's running it like government, so if he runs it, and we try to run things like a business in a commission, right? So, and I think that we've done a decent job with our revenue, running things like a business and up in the commission because we attracting businesses, running like a business. So if he's running his budget like I would run my budget like a business, he's trying to say, hey man, we're cutting. If there's no reason for overtime in here, if you're working and you're going to take off to let him work overtime, he's saying, hey, let's not let you work an overtime shift. Let's find somebody who's not on overtime to work a shift. I think he's saying my overtime budget is $90,000 a year. We've got to stay in confines of that overtime budget. If we go over that, then we've got to cut something. He's trying to work within. Now, from my understanding, he's trying to work within a budget. Besides blowing it out of the water.
Well, you should.
Absolutely.
And from my understanding, that's what he's trying to
Yeah.
do. He's just trying to get within. He's cutting budgets and trying to stay within a budget.
Sure.
And not just eat it up.
That's fair.
And I would think that would be situational. Sometimes events
Can't help.
determine
Well,
if you have
100%.
overtime.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's
But
just
in general.
I think he's just trying to lock down. I mean, and I'm not for or against. I mean, I think as a business
We're
guy,
just generally talking.
as a business guy, I mean, I have to. I mean, as a for-profit, as a
Sure.
nonprofit, he's just trying to stay within confines of a budget.
Well, those are questions and topics that you got to talk about, and there's no, he's going to do what he feels is best, I believe, for that city. I would hope and pray.
Well,
my son works for the city. He's a police officer, and so he doesn't have the opportunity yet where he's at to work up, overtime.
Sure.
But you got to do it. If there's no money there in the budget,
Can't pay it.
You can't pay it, and if you do, that's irresponsible.
Yeah.
And, so.
I mean, and that's where I mean, like with AMED, I mean,
His staff's going to get paid, though. Somebody Brett just put out there. Can't argue with that, my friend.
Well, I mean, I can't.
Brett Savage. He's a
He ain't
savage.
scared.
Well, I mean,
Just because the pay scale, you mean, and how the mayor gets his money,
That's
a percentage
I
over the
guess that's
top
what
salary.
Brett's talking about.
That's what I was told.
I don't have. I mean,
I don't know.
Sorry, not asking for input from me in this one, James.
yeah.
No input needed.
Thank you.
And
So
that's a fair.
I
This
don't have a
is a fair
speaking
comment.
part.
Listen to this.
I've been invited on the show. I don't have a speaking part. Thank you.
You go. So here's a good
I'm
comment.
protecting you in this case.
I hope the budget cuts doesn't put the citizens at risk due to being short-staffed. That's a fair thought, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
say they have an event somewhere,
You
and
need extra security.
yeah, and you got
Drivers.
34,000 people in Gadsden. Is that right?
That's pretty close, right?
Something like that. How many police officers does it take, or firemen or women, people, does it take to work a city like that? Do you know?
Well, I would imagine you're talking about a catastrophic event.
Well,
What type of event are you talking about?
just maybe a catastrophic
Well,
a shooting at the housing projects over behind Gadsden City High. Gadsden High. Murderwood.
Murderwood.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought
Murderwood.
if you're talking about a catastrophe, I'm sure then you'd get federal dollars. If you're talking about something.
We're not talking Hiroshima. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know if you're talking about a catastrophe where
Just,
$3
just a
million
spot where
would
you
come
got, of course, you got county cooperation where you got police departments and
Yeah.
from other
Yeah.
cities that come in to help,
Yeah.
and that kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Rainbow City does it all the time. Other
in. Sure.
cities do it.
Sure.
For Rainbow City, so that probably would be, I guess, what they would go to.
Yeah.
911 dispatch would get up with another municipality and say, "Hey, we need some help over here."
I mean, if you're talking about an active shooter, if you're talking about something, everybody's going to come in. So I don't.
Yeah,
You ain't
payroll.
keeping them out.
Yeah, there's no
They're gonna
payroll.
come out.
Again,
thoughts.
I mean, and we have these conversations all the time. The mentality of officers inside. When I say Etowah County, I'm talking about Rainbow City, Atala, South Side. I'm talking about police officers inside the city of it. It's a race of who's first one there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
'Cause
As it should be, right?
Yeah, that's just the mentality our guys have, the police officers have inside the county, of every municipality, of everybody. It's like when they're sitting with their radio on, bad something happens, it's going to be, I'm first.
Oh, yeah.
It's a race. The race is on.
As a citizen of Rainbow City, and I need police assistance, you think, oh no, I'm waiting for Rainbow City to come.
Yeah,
So
that's-
sorry, Southside, I don't need your help. God, no.
I'm taking who?
Y'all come help me.
Yeah, help
Yeah, I
Whoever.
mean, I think we're talking about the active shooter.
Yeah.
Meadowbrook that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was less than 4 minutes. The first cop was there because, and you had everybody from everywhere coming. I mean, I think the guy from Sardis was on his way, trying to run people over because, I mean, it's like, I'm going to be first.
Yeah.
Like you was coming from Sardis. Yeah, I was trying.
It was downhill.
Yeah, it's like no, I was on my way. Yeah, I mean, because that's the mentality that all these guys have is that when they're sitting, somewhere eating lunch one day, it's like, hey, you remember when? It's like, yeah, I was there because they're not. Oh no, I was first at the door. Oh, I think I was first. It's like they're not going to have this conversation of, now I was standing there waiting on you. It's like, no, you weren't waiting on me, man.
I was there.
I was in. because that's.
Well, I was waiting to finish my meal before I decided to get there.
It ain't gonna be
None of
it
that.
ain't gonna be no Texas. It ain't gonna be none of that bull crap.
no,
Dude, our guys don't have that mindset.
What the is it called city cooperation or municipality cooperation? With,
It's a
what is it called?
memorandum, or it's a
Memorandum of
understanding.
understanding.
But it's a I don't know. I know what it's called.
But you work for the sheriff's department, right? Did
Military assigned to them.
military assigned? So you were
Yeah.
okay. So you were assigned to them.
Captain America. Is what
Captain
they call
America.
it.
If how do we phrase this? Go to the struggle that is going on right now. There is an obvious struggle. A lot of Facebook posts and Instagram posts or X posts, Twitter, whatever it's called. The city of Gadsden and Etowah County Sheriff's Department.
yeah.
There's some issues
Yeah.
there. And you guys, do y'all provide oversight for the sheriff's department? Is that kind of how
we
that works? as a
don't.
county?
So
What
all we
y'all
do is we are mandated by law to fund the sheriff's office.
I got you. Okay.
So,
So
he
you
is
fund it.
he is an elected official.
Okay.
So we provide the building and we provide the resources,
Okay.
and that's his building. He controls it, and we don't. Man, that's his.
We
de-
don't.
He said, I don't.
Well, I
do it.
mean,
I'm out.
and that's the issue is that's his department. Those are his personnel. The sheriff is in control, and we are just mandated to fund that department.
Gotcha.
We don't have when it comes to like a jail. You talking about the jail contract?
No, I'm talking in general because I wanted people to know that that's not your responsibility because you guys have been a target of some of those statements too.
Oh, really?
Why don't the county
Ignorant
do
statements.
anything? Right. Why don't the county commission do anything about it? Well, because
Yeah, because we don't have any jurisdiction as far as telling the sheriff what to do, what he can't do. That's not. It's just again, that's not our role to tell another elected official what to do over his personnel.
do you play peacemaker or maybe get some understanding for your constituents to go to both parties and say why is this happening?
Yeah, well, we try to. Like I can't tell two grown men to get along.
Sure.
I can't go. Hey, y'all have
You
to be
can't fix
friends."
us.
Go to your room.
Yeah, and we try to. Like everybody tries to. Hey, listen. Like I can be friends with both of y'all. That doesn't mean that y'all are friends, right?
Sure.
And we try to do this mediation, and like with the jail contract. I sat down with Mayor Ford. Those three of us, we sat down with him. We tried to work out as the mediator because obviously. I don't think it's a secret. The mayor and
Yeah.
it's not that they hate each other, probably. It's just the relationship that they have. It's not the greatest. And so, but I have a relationship with both of them. I get along with Jonathan. I get along with Mayor Ford, and we tried to work out an agreement. We couldn't get to it, and people have got to stop thinking that everything is personal.
Sure.
They've got to stop thinking that because the mayor decided to go somewhere else that it's personal with us. Sometimes agreements and contracts just can't get made because it don't satisfy both parties.
Sure.
And it's not a big deal, man. It's not the end of the world. We believe that in 6 or 8 months he'll come back and he'll decide, hey, you know what, that wasn't the best option for us, and maybe Jonathan or the sheriff will decide, hey, that wasn't the best. And we'll come back to the drawing table and
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
I think both parties can just blame John Moore,
I'm in.
and they can something to agree on. And,
John's a good target.
If he just wore socks,
He's an
John,
easy
I
target.
think-
Ain't that the truth,
I
though?
think
That's so
everything
odd.
will fix.
John's an easy target.
That bothers me. He don't wear
does-
socks. But
It does me too. It does me too.
John has worked hard. John has worked hard in that and
He's
with the
hilarious,
city.
man.
Cracks me up.
funny
He really
guy.
does.
But stop taking politics. I have been to war where people have shot at me, tried to kill me. I have been beat up, and that's still not personal to me.
Yeah, business, right?
Stop taking politics so personal.
I saw a report on The Five. You guys watch The Five or go back and watch some of the rebroadcasts on Fox?
No.
It's great.
I don't.
It's a great show. It's hilarious.
I'm
But
too busy trying
I'm
to
just
grow a
I'm
business.
not a
I
Gutfield
can't watch
fan.
it.
I think he's an arrogant, super arrogant person, but he's funny. He's really funny. But anyway, they did a report, and there's a survey out there that they were talking about, or that they put out about weddings. But the reason that came about is families at weddings venues in New York have quit serving alcohol at wedding venues right now until the election's over with because there's been so many brawls at weddings where alcohol is served. based off of politics.
That's so
that's
funny.
what you're talking about.
That's
You
hilarious.
can't even talk about politics without getting
It's so
freaked out, mad.
Yeah, it's so polarizing.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's just so you're either one side or the other because everybody takes it so dang personal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, if you're on my side, then I hate you. It's like, seriously,
Yeah.
you're gonna hate me because I don't agree with you? No,
No,
that's
it used to be that way. Didn't
It didn't.
Back in the '80s, early '90s, you somebody, hey, I'm a Clinton fan. Or
Yeah.
I'm a Bush fan. I mean,
Be like, okay.
there was okay,
Hey,
whatever.
you're like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, I don't care.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my day.
It didn't, but it's so weird now, and everybody's just so.
All right, so as we wrap this up, anything you need to get out there? Obviously, like Jeff talked about early, after you get past Halloween, then we start thinking about the Thanksgiving event.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So obviously, there's a big community Thanksgiving at the venue, and I think Thomas Worthy's doing one down toward Carver. Maybe.
You know he does. He does something.
I didn't
yeah,
know
for sure,
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So remember those two. Come by county commission meeting. We meet every Tuesday at 9:00. It's not hidden. It's not private.
But it's not broadcast live
So,
like
like-
a pal.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's hilarious.
We got voted
Yeah.
down.
It's hilarious. I say something I sometimes shouldn't. And
That's
Judge,
why we're not on it.
Judge Hassel just sits back there and shakes
It
his
wasn't
head.
Jamie wanted it, but they go, dude, do you realize what you say sometimes?
Yeah, that's
You don't-
what that was the exact
That's kind
words.
of
Yeah, they're like, you probably should, and I was
the
like,
Jamie Grant clause. But it's open to the public.
It is.
You can come in and sit down. And
sit down, and I'll get. I mean, if you want to say something, you can more than welcome to say something. There's nothing. There's no secrets there.
Yeah.
Just come by and say hey.
that's all in executive session.
So you can ask, going back, I got to ask this because I talked to you about it, and you talked to Joey, and I think you talked to Jamie as well. But we had mentioned the personal or the discretionary funds.
Yeah.
Can you come?
So just go.
How do you get that? How do
Yeah,
I
so
how do I
obviously-
go and say what's Jamie
Yeah,
Grant
so
spend his
you can either email Karen or Shane at I think it's kbates at oilcounty.org.
You can find them online. There.
Yeah, or just go and you can say, hey, I would like to see what Jamie Grant has spent his entire term on discretion.
Okay.
It's public records,
Okay.
or anybody, Jamie, Johnny, any of us, and say, hey man, I want to know
Jeffrey.
what I want to
Not
know.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, anybody.
Not
Just,
Jeffrey.
Jamie, I want to know what they spend. I want to know where his money's gone, how much he spent.
Do you have to prove you're a resident? Maybe attach your driver's license to show you live in the county.
Yeah, sure you are. Yeah.
Okay.
And just,
So put your license in there. your
yeah,
address,
just say,
whatever.
man, I want to know where his money goes, and you'll see that.
There you go, guys.
I don't-
Nothing to hide.
There you go.
No, man, I've been audited. I got
I don't think the question was for you.
I had
but
one
it's
audit.
okay.
I had one
Not for
audit
you.
inquiry where I gave Ridgeville $500, and they were like, "You gave Ridgeville $500. What was it for?" I was like, "I can't remember what it was for," but I'm like, "You're going to question me giving Ridgeville $500? Go ahead." I was like, "You can question that."
Ridgefield doesn't get enough credit.
I was like, "You can
Or enough
question."
money.
That's a great community, by the way.
Yeah.
Ridgeville's a great community.
Yeah, I said, "You can question my 500 Ridgeville all you want."
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Jamie Grant has
I mean, that's
received
coming
y'all.
from a guy that actually gives some of his discretionary back at the end of the year.
Yeah, I just have plenty. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like most people will run out, so I'll like have to give other commissioners some of my money.
So if you give other so you give Jamie, you give Joey Statham, let's say $10,000 in discretionary. Does he have to pay you back with interest the next year?
I think it should.
Let's vote on that. Just save that answer. Just save that
It
answer.
should be a rule.
Man, thank you so much for what you do, and
Yeah.
God, we miss having you on. We got to get you back in the rotation.
yeah,
Because
well,
Joe is over you now. Joe has been on.
well,
one of
that's
these,
because
so-
that's because
bi-weekly show.
that's because he gives a whole lot of money to somebody.
I hear.
No, well, he should.
He sponsors
should.
everything we do, though.
Yeah,
If
he-
you-
he- he-
no,
he-
I can't sponsor everything. I'm broke,
That
man.
was you sponsor us. You've been sponsoring us for years. He's our second longest sponsor.
You know who the first sponsor is?
I do. A great friend,
Who?
Kyle Pierce.
Carpet.
Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're great people too, man. Good folks.
Yeah, he's somebody politically, obviously, that you talk about have different political views.
Other end of the spectrum. from
Totally.
us.
Really?
But he's someone you could joke with. You know, he's a delegate.
Yes, he was.
He's a Democratic
Kamala,
delegate.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This
So he's the one that probably sponsored that big Kamala Waltz thing we saw on Broad Street the other day, or not just off Broad.
guarantee it.
Yeah,
all the billboards are around.
no,
yeah.
no question.
Really?
But he doesn't take it personal. Like, he knows who we are,
Yeah.
and he still sponsors our show.
He does.
That's
Right?
his show.
Yeah,
Done it
because
for
that's
many,
something
many
you
years.
have an adult conversation. You don't have to agree
See,
everything.
that's cool. As he should.
But he's from Italian, so that's why we do it in Italian. Italian folks stick together. Once a Blue Devil, always a Blue Devil.
That's
Grant.
right. That's
how
right.
we
Mike
do
Edwards
things.
says, "Good morning. I enjoyed listening to your show this morning. Thank you for your commitment to the communities of Etowah County." Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
awesome.
Thanks for watching.